Welcome to the final week in September where THEA is teaching us about discerning what's true for you. This week we're going to take a look at standing harmlessly for your truth, and that word is being emphasized, harmlessly. Oftentimes when we do the good work we need to do to finally recognize our truth on something, there's this knee-jerk response of beating people over the head with it. Holding up a sign, neon lights, arrows pointing toward your truth. We don't need to share our truths in our lives with anyone else from that energetic. We're looking to share our truth and stand in our truth harmlessly, so that we are a place of peace and equilibrium, and that we simply stand for what we stand for. And we do that by living in accordance with our truth. This whole month we've been looking at discerning what's true for you, because that's the foundation upon which we base everything else. In week 1, we looked at making decisions. Week 2, we looked at acting from your truth. Last week, we looked at radical trust. And now we're looking at standing harmlessly for your truth. Let's say there's been a long time issue that you've been navigating. Someone helps you, or through your own meditation, you finally have insight about it. And now you're on fire with what's true for you, and you're maybe excited about it. Perhaps you're a little resentful that you never recognized this truth before. Maybe you've been in situations where it seems to you you've let people walk all over you because you haven't known what your truth is. You haven't been able to have a healthy boundary. Standing harmlessly for your truth means you're in congruence and alignment with who you are and what you know is true for you, and you act from that, you move from that, you speak from that, and you make decisions from that place within you. Let's take a moment right now for you to do a little discovery. If you'll lean into being curious and spacious, I'd love for you to take a moment to discover, is there a recent truth that you have recognized? Is there something that you're tussling with that you want to get to the bottom line about with yourself? Let's take a moment and go inside and just see if anything arises for you around this invitation. We'll just take like 30 seconds. So I'm going to keep talking while you concentrate on that. I know that in my own experience, when I was raising my kiddo, we went through the teenage years. And in the teenage years, as would be normal, there's a lot of power struggles, sometimes headbutting, and justifying why something is useful and good from the teenager's point of view, and from the parent's point of view, why that very same something is not useful or good. Raise your hand if you've raised a teenager. And so in a situation like that, a lot of parents struggle with this. You don't need to shame your teenager, make them wrong, point out the obvious. As a parent who loves your kiddo and you can see really what the best thing is for them only because you have years of experience that they don't yet have, it's a great example where, as a parent, you're standing harmlessly for your truth. You're saying what's true, you're standing strong in the boundary, you're not whopping anyone over the head with it, you're just being firm in what you know is the highest good. Standing harmlessly for your truth. In adult relationships, whether it's a boss, whether it's a friend, whether it's a romantic relationship, or if you're in court and you have to stand up for yourself. Speaking from a place of presence, power, and authority on your own behalf, standing harmlessly for your truth will take you much, much further than getting into defensiveness or attempting to put down other people to make them feel and look smaller while you can puff yourself up and look bigger. So I'd like you to take this next week as we move into the deeper fall season, if you're in an area where you have seasons, and explore What is it that might be true for you as you stand harmlessly for your truth as we make our way into this time of the year where all the holidays are coming up? And usually there's a lot of family negotiating and old buttons that can get pushed, and let alone making plans of who's going to be at whose house, when and where, and does everybody get along. So I invite you to explore standing harmlessly for your truth and explore what that word harmlessly means to you. Play around with how you can be in your power, your love, your firmness, and your authority with your heart open, yet standing strong, harmlessly for your truth. The video is short today. We're going to take a time to review all of September, or I should say I'm inviting you to review all of September. If you've done every class, take a look back from the intro video on September 1st and notice your growth and see how far you've come, because we're going to do a deeper dive as we head into October and the closing of this year. Always, I'm available on Facebook Live on Thursday starting at 7 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. You'll find THEA, the Embodied Ascension Guides, my guides. You'll find us on Facebook at THEA Guides for Embodied Ascension private Facebook group, Thursdays at 7 o'clock. Look forward to going into the deep fall and winter with you, and I wish you all blessings, and as THEA always likes to say, and I agree, thank you for your brilliance, and see you next time.